You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Oh, it's so good to be back. Here at Ball State Softball Stadium, we have Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Ball State Cardinals and the Buffalo Bulls. I'm Dylan Budd on play-by-play. My partner alongside is Sam Klug, the color commentator. And this game is going to be underway in just a matter of moments. So we've got a few lineup changes on both sides, but Sam, I want to come to you about potential impact players on both sides. We look at the Buffalo Bulls, the visitors. Starting with them, who do you have as a big game contributor today?
Yeah, first off, shout out to the Bulls getting it done in Game 1, 6-3 victory, pivotal win, obviously in a fight for that postseason spot. I want to go to Reagan Terwilliger. Had 4 ABs, 2 runs, 2 hits, didn't help with any RBIs, but she also had 6 putouts in the field, which was essential, especially in that 4th and 5th inning where she caught 3 straight in 1 inning.
If we go to the home Cardinals, who do you have needing a big game today?
For me, on the home Cardinal sides, is Brinkley Kita starting, has a 5.19 ERA, only 10 appearances, only 6 starts. She's going to be pivotal for them in their success as she's about to throw the first pitch.
Certainly. We are underway here in Muncie, Indiana. Kita pitches to Emily Gordon, the designated player. Strike 1 is called. First pitch, strike down the middle. Gorman averaging .418 on the year, 98 at-bats. With that, 41 hits, 26 times she's crossed home plate, 19 RBIs, and a home run of her own to boot.
Yeah, Kita 4-2 on the year. Like I said, 6 starts, 10 appearances. We're decent way into the game, into the season already. So normal starters are a bit of a way up there already as we have a quick little change on the home plate. It's quite dirty from Game 1.
A lot of times on a broadcast, you might see quick timeout for changing, for cleaning at like Worthen Arena for basketball or for volleyball, but today we've got it for softball. That's the assistant head coach Matt Burns of Ball State. Oftentimes you'll see Burns' daughter Gabriella on a stick as kind of a rallying point for these Cardinals. Wind's starting to pick up as Kita throws pitch 2 way over Timmons' head and goes off the backstop for a 1-1 count.
Going to look for a hot start from Emily Gorman. Struggled a little bit in Game 1, but she's one of their better players. Came into this series averaging .430.
Kita still trying to find some control. That one's a little bit farther down, but again, out of the glove of Timmons. Now 2-1 count as Kita is struggling to establish herself in her control and location.
She's got to find the zone, throw a good couple pitches just to get it going again. She might be still a little bit cold. It's a chillier day here in Muncie.
Another ball, this time to the opposing batter's box. Just 27 innings pitched for Brinkley Kita on the year. The strikeout to walk ratio is significantly different. 14 Ks to 36 walks. Potentially could have 27 here. But Coach Helen Pena comes out. Quick meeting of the minds, and she now retreats back to the dugout.
And obviously, we saw in Game 1, Marie Severino come in for those latter half innings. You'd normally see her starting Game 2, but they're going in a little bit of a different direction. Buffalo's record shows maybe they're a little bit easier of a team, but Game 1 proved otherwise.
Severino is warming up in the bullpen right now. Could potentially be someone in contention for relief. Ball 4 is called as Gorman goes 90 feet to first base, bringing up our impact player, Reagan Terwilliger. Quick discussion between the umpires. Home plate behind is Bobby Johnson. Tim Peterson down the first base line.
Terwilliger in Game 1 scored 2 runs, so looked for her to get on base.
Slow pitch breaks down, but it's called for strike 1. And Brinkley Kita is ahead early in this count. Checks her wrist and distributes. Another slow breaking ball that drops in for strike 2. 0-2 count now for Brinkley Kita. Nice recovery after an early walk to Emily Gorman.
Fantastic to see Brinkley hitting the zone. Something you need from your starter consistently throughout the game.
Strikeouts in order, double plays in order. Next pitch, runner goes, throw to Mulholland. Not in time, runner safe.
Mulholland looks extremely confused, like she got that. And I think Timmons agrees. Let's see if Coach Helen Pena, she's standing still right now. I do not think she's going for a challenge. That was a really good throwdown, though, even if they didn't get her. Great execution.
Tag was made on Gorman's chest. I believe her cleat touched the bag before the tag was applied. Long breaking ball. Called a ball, much to the chagrin of these fans. Now a 2-2 count on what could have been the first out of this contest. That's 2 missed opportunities early on for the Cardinals as Kita delivers. That ball is laced to Vandermark, gets it to Gibson, who is out. Gets Terwilliger out. The center fielder is known for her blazing speed, but not fast enough. That's Ella Whitney playing first base, Sam. We saw Caitlin Gibson in the last contest, and Whitney now has experience as a designated player and a pitcher, but now here she is on first base. So Kita pitches to Abby Nagel. First ball is a little over Timmons' head. Timmons able to corral it, make sure Gorman stays at second. Abby Nagel went 1 for 4, in her last game with 6 different putouts, averaging .362 on the year.
Runner in scoring position, got to be careful. Do not want to get off to another bad start like you did. Or don't get off to the start Buffalo did in game 1, although Buffalo did come back and win. Something this Ball State defense kind of slowed down on in this latter half of that game 1.
Drop ball from Timmons on a low pitch. No strike called, so it'll be 3-0 for Brinkley Kita and Abby Nagel. Nagel, as we said in the last contest, leads this team in slugging percentage, hits, doubles, home runs, and extra base hits. Ball 4 called, ump stays silent. Nagel makes the trip to first, Gorman safe at second. Now 2 runners on with 1 out to bring up Isabella Smithson, the cleanup batter.
Look possibly for a double steal. Nagel 4 for 4 on the year. Stealing is something that's their strong suit.
Smithson just 1 for 3 in her at-bats last game, but in those 2 RBI and 1 trip via walk. First pitch is called for ball 1, and Kita finds herself behind once again.
Kita on the season, 31 RBIs.
Strike called. Brinkley Kita back in the strike column now as she trots around the circle. Here's the pitch. Slow changeup, but on the outside corner.
Really slow. You don't see that. We didn't see that as much in game 1 with 2 hard-throwing starters. Kind of something different that batters might have to adjust to.
It's going to be a different spin on the ball, certainly, and with that comes different velocity. Another slow ball from Kita, this time considered a strike. 2-2 count now for Kita and Smithson.
Might take a little bit for these batters to get used to it as well, kind of like that adjustment I was talking about.
Certainly.
Wind now blowing hard out to left field. American flag is whipping.
Ball goes over Timmons' head. Both runners advance, no throw to second or third. Gorman's at third, Nagel is at second on a full count.
Pass ball yet again. Timmons did not have one in game 1. That is the first of the afternoon. And more than a pass ball, I would say actually that was a wild pitch. Kita does not look very comfortable, I'd say.
We talked a little bit about Whitney's struggle with control in game 1, and this would be a more prevalent example of a struggle with control. A few balls that have gone over the head of Timmons and unable to be corralled by the standout catch. Meeting of the minds inside the circle, and a chance for Kita to recover, kind of take a breath and regroup for these Cardinals. All of our papers are flying around everywhere as strike 3 is called. Brinkley Kita with her first strikeout of the day. That would be her, excuse me. There it is. That would be her 15th strikeout of the year.
Nice little milestone for now one of the two starters. Kita seems like she's gone back to a lot of these off-speed pitches, and she seemed to have a lot more control. Now, as the matter if she's just throwing them lighter or she's throwing a different type of pitch, I could not tell you, but she seems to be in much more control than the first half of the inning.
Now 2 pitches in, 2-0 for Kita, pitching to Lily Luck. The catcher has played 43 of Buffalo's 43 games, started all of them mostly as the catcher, averaging .259 on the year as strike 1 is called.
Last game, 3 ABs had a run and a walk along with it. A .259, not a bad day for number 8.
It's now a 3-1 count for Kita, trying to work her way back, get some encouragement from the second baseman, McKenna Mulholland. Righty on lefty, orthodox pitches to southpaw. She delivers. No strike 2 called. Lauk advances to first. Bases are now juiced for Evelyn Van Heist.
When I say that pitch was ever so close, I truly mean it. I mean, lots of the parents here, as we mentioned in Game 1's broadcast, this is indeed senior day. There's a lot of parents here. They thought that was definitely a strike and definitely making it a full count.
We thought so as well. In Van Heist's 88 at-bats, she has 15 hits and 8 RBIs as Kita throws the first pitch. Strike 1 is called from sophomore.
Struggling this year so far, 167 average coming into the weekend, only 7 RBIs, and has made 15 total errors in the field.
That ball's a little low in the dirt from Kita. It's now a 1-1 count.
Junior from Aaronsburg, Pennsylvania, went to Penns Valley High School. Somewhat close to New York.
Fast pitch is up and in. Little too far inside though. Ball 2 is called. 2-1 count, and Kita is behind once again.
Looks like she's changing up her pitches a little bit. Some slow, some fast.
Starting to mix it up as her control comes back. There's another slow one. Drops in for strike 2. Man, one of the best things about Brinkley Kita is all of these pitches. Slow, quick, breaking one way, break another way. They've got a lot of movement on them. Contact is made from Van Heist, but goes off the Buffalo dugout. Strike 2 remains. Whitney gets it back to her fellow pitcher, Brinkley Kita. The home plate umpire, Bobby Johnson, holds up deuces on both sides. Here's the pitch. Contact made, but rolls behind the backstop on the left field side. Timmons gets it back to Kita.
Van Heist sometimes plays shortstop, so it's a little bit of a switch up for her today, being at second base. Buffalo kind of messing with their lineup, seeing what's working. It obviously worked in Game 1.
Van Heist known to play in the middle infield as it's laced to Vandermark. Vandermark to Whitney. Great stretch from the normally the designated player. Able to make a nice little play at first here to end the top of the first. We're going to go to the bottom of the first in just a minute. We're going to take a break first, but Maya Peterzak, Michaela Timmons, and Kara Gunter will be due up. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We are greeted with Taylor Swift's Ready For It. Asking these fans, are you ready for these first three batters? Maya Peterzak, Michaela Timmons, and Kara Gunter. But Sam, we've got a new face on the mound. Can you tell us a little bit about Olivia Russ?
Yeah, Olivia Russ obviously pitched in the last game. She's their normal main starter, I guess you could say ace for Buffalo. She pitched in the last game, went a whole inning, only faced three batters, went 1, 2, 3 in that final inning where Ball State batted.
Got the save for the Bulls. Here she is getting the start. 4.8 ERA on the year. 6-11 record. 66 strikeouts to 41 walks. Her first pitch is a ball outside and up.
She has 3 saves on the year now.
For the shortstop, Maya Peterzak. Another one, up and out. Ball 2 for the standout shortstop, donning number 7. The Cardinals are in their red uniforms with white lettering, black accents. The Buffalo Bulls in their away white with the blue accent and lettering.
A lot of Ball State players wearing the black stirrups today, kind of the old-fashioned look.
Peterzak fouls one off the backstop. Make it a 2-1 count for Olivia Russ now. That ball is right at the ankles of Peterzak. Too low to be considered a strike. That's going to make it 3-1. And Peterzak finds herself ahead of the count for the first at-bat for the Ball State Cardinals.
Although she's 6-11, 4.81 ERA is pretty good.
Ball 4 is called on a low pitch down the middle. Peterzak goes to first, and up comes Michaela Timmons. Absolute star in the making, not even in the making, quite established here for Ball State, averaging .459. Played and started in all 41 games, 50 hits, 12 doubles, 3 triples, 13 home runs on 49 RBIs, Sam.
Yeah, that's right. And she's also 11th all-time in BSU history in hits with 195. 173 RBIs coming into the series, second all-time. Just an all-around program player.
First pitch is outside. Throw to Peterzak is in time. Picked off at second from Lauk to Van Heist. What an exchange to get the first out.
Yeah, Peterzak looked like she didn't get the best jump on that play. Caught stealing. She's 14 for 15 coming into today. Now she's 14 for 16. Rare to see her miss that.
Now here's Timmons again. Delivery from Russ is low. 1-1 count now. Michaela Timmons is a trainer, Sam, with the Ball State football team. We had a feature story done by our good friend Lindsay Fuller of her in the weight room, doing weights with these football players, and in many occasions being able to lift more than much of the roster. She's an absolute freak of nature as she gets decked in the leg, and it takes her free trip to first.
Something you don't want to see from Russ coming in so far is how many batters she's already walked or hit by pitch. Coming in today, she had 41 walks, but to already see a walk and a hit by pitch, not a good sign. She pitched well in game 1 like we've said, but kind of a rocky start.
So we mentioned it before, but Ball State this year, we'll get to that in a minute, as Gunter gets one into shallow right field, right past Van Heist. Timmons advances to second, and it'll be the first hit for these Cardinals. But the Ball State Cardinals as a team have been hit by a pitch 73 different times. It's first in the nation, shattering the program record of 62 previously, and it leads the nation by 12 now, Sam.
Insane stuff.
So here's Ella Whitney. She pitched in the first game, didn't have too successful of an outing, but today she stands as the first baseman. As a batter in game 1, she had a hit, she had a walk in 2 at-bats, 1 RBI as well, bringing in Kara Gunter. She smacks one into left field. Terwilliger able to track it down from shallow left. The speedster has another put out to her name.
Now coming up, Jessica Hoffman, the designated player. Pinch hit last game for 1 at-bat. Did not get a start. Now she gets the start. Comes into today with a 143 average. No home runs yet. Has an RBI, looking to double that.
That one's lined straight to Russ. Russ gets it to Nagel, and that is effectively going to end the first inning. We are still scoreless after 6 outs between these Cardinals and the Bulls. A little PFP for Olivia Russ closes out the first. We're going to come back after a short break. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
We are back at Ball State Softball Stadium to begin the top of the second between the Ball State Cardinals and the Buffalo Bulls. So, second inning, game 2, up will come number 2 for the Buffalo Bulls. The left fielder, Arden Hupp, averaging 143. She has played in 34 games, started 33 of them.
Yeah, last game she had 2 at-bats. Didn't get on it. Did have a walk, but batted 143 in that game. The Bulls going to be looking for a little bit more from their left fielder.
A little bit smaller in stature. She's probably 5'4", maybe 5'5", but still has that pop to her bat and brings an element of speed to this Buffalo offense. First pitch from Kita is high and inside for ball 1.
Looking like she's going back to those faster pitches. Seems like she's in more of a groove now.
She certainly hopes to be. Strike 1 is called. Little inside, but perfect depth regarding height for a 1-1 count. Next pitch is too high. Timmons nods of encouragement, but ball 2 is called. It's a battle of underclassmen here. Kita, the sophomore, pitching to Hop, the freshman from Ohio. As she gets one into right field, Weaver's tracking it down, and she corrals it in her glove in foul territory for out number 1.
Great job by Weaver there in right field. Wind blowing toward her direction drew her more into foul territory, and now she's dealing more with the sun as the clouds have kind of moved on. So all-around great play to get the out.
Sun is a difficult factor, and we talked a lot in the first game about how wind could trace a foul ball a little bit more left. Up comes another freshman, Ava Thalen. She's been playing shortstop today. Strike 1 is called right down the middle.
Yep, native of West Bend, Wisconsin. Last season, her high school had a career-high 571 on-base percentage.
Averaging just 167, though, 7 RBIs on the year to 21 strikeouts. Pitch is high from Kita to Timmons. Ball is called for a 1-1-1 count.
Gotta love the number 1.
So 1-9, pitches to 1-4. Low speed ball.
Off-speed pitch, and Michaela Timmons looking animated. Looks like she loved the pitch in a good way. She's like, that is a fantastic pitch. Looked like it had some break on it, but Blue did not give him the call.
So Kita trying to work her way back. This time a strike is called both from a parent and from the official.
We mentioned that in game one, the parents like to kind of umpire their own games. I think we might be out of here sooner if some of the parents had to strike zone, you know. Innings might be over sooner.
Swing and a miss from Thalen. Kita with a slow knuckleball style pitch. Gets out number 2 for the Cardinals.
Second strikeout on the day, and a fantastic off-speed pitch. Completely fooled the pitcher, and that is something you're not going to see. That is their 16th strikeout on the year, getting closer to that 20 benchmark.
So here comes the right fielder, Miranda Zip. She takes ball 1 high, about head level.
Yeah, Miranda Zip in game 1, 2 at-bats, did not get on, had a strikeout and batted 203 overall. Excuse me, 250.
250 batting average on the year, so that's about on par, but her last name would indicate it. 5 for 6 on stolen bases. She's someone that also brings a lot of speed to this offense. At the 9 hole, as we said in the first game, gives the Bulls a bit of a double leadoff strategy. Now she's up 2-0 on the count against Brinkley Kita. Kita delivers. Zip shows bunt for a moment. Pulls back. Now it's 3-0.
Talk about that double leadoff. Looked like she was just trying to bunt there. Infield kind of came in for a second, decided to back off.
Slow pitch. Again, looked like a strike, but official didn't call it.
Dismay of the fans.
Fans do not like it. We got a lot of fans here today, Sam. A lot of red, a lot of black in the crowd, and today is senior day for the softball program, so there are a few seniors on the team that got honored. Michaela Timmons, Kara Gunter, Caitlin Gibson, Maddie Weaver, all people that have made such additions to this program. Timmons throws. Runner is safe. That's Miranda Zip, as we just said, getting her 6th stolen base on the year.
Looks like there was a missed tag by Peter Zach. Great throwdown by Timmons. Actually led Peter Zach toward the runner, and it looks like Helen Pena's out there to ask the umpire what he may have seen. And considering we do have a live broadcast on ESPN Plus, there's a chance we do go to replay, as a lot of the Ball State players and fans unhappy with that call.
Immediately, Pena goes to the official to discuss the call.
Also, first pitch of that at-bat was a ball to Emily Gorman, the designated player. That can easily get lost in the commotion, as looks like Helen Pena is satisfied with not taking this call to a challenge.
Pena shaking her head and was very animated in her discussion with Brinkley Kita. I could tell there's a little bit of frustration here.
Now we got time from Buffalo's side of things, is taking off a wristband, but first pitch of that at bat was actually a strike. Excuse my mistake. Scoreboard operator had it flipped around, but Emily Gorman had a walk in her first at bat.
So Kita throws another slow ball that's called strike. 0-2 count now for number 22, Emily Gorman. We've rounded back to the top of the order here in the top of the second, showing Kita, while no runs are on the board, it has been a little bit of a struggle. No hits for Buffalo, all given up on walks.
That's correct, and obviously it's good to bat around by the time the second inning rolls around. But like you said, Buffalo has no hits and no runs yet, so have they really accomplished anything? I'd argue not.
Kita trying to put it away. Line to Katie Vandermark, gets it to Whitney. Kneel down from Whitney, ball gets into her glove to end the top of the second. Due up for the Ball State Cardinals will be, if memory serves, we'll see Ella Whitney, Jessica Hoffman, and Maddie Weaver take their trips to home plate. But we're going to take a break. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptonin.com. At munciesweets.hamptonin.com.
Welcome back to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Big Let's Go Ball State cheers erupt as fans stand up for a camera. One of our athletics officials had a camera pointed at the fans, and Maddie Weaver will be the first one in the bottom of the second. My mistake before that break. It'll be Weaver, McKenna Mulholland, the second baseman, and Katie Vandermark at third. Weaver's been averaging .220 this year, 31 games started and 36 games played. She's shared that right field spot with Ashley Lovett for much of the year and was the starter when Lovett went down with her knee injury. She takes ball one from Olivia Russ.
Lovett obviously now playing center field for today's game. Little switcheroo in the outfield for the Cardinals.
Second pitch is in, but no strike is called. 2-0 now for the senior right fielder. Russ to Weaver. That is slammed down the left field line, but popped foul.
Yeah, Maddie Weaver last game of the doubleheader, 2 at-bats, had a strikeout. And other than that, not much action. Hit .220 overall.
As we see her take a swing and a miss. Now it's a 2-2 count. We heard our SID, Mr. Brad Caudle, Director of Communications for softball, say over the PA system, fans could return foul balls because there's going to be a lot of fouls today. As we see another one go off the pole of the protective netting and roped in by McKenna Mulholland on the on-deck circle. Normally used to doing that in the infield, but...
Fun fact, club Weaver played for has 4 girls in the class of 2026 currently committed to Ball State.
Really? Wow. Impressive group.
Those people include Bailey Huth, Ryan Works, Audrina Yorn, and Jaden Kaiser. Her club is Indiana Magic Gold.
Prestigious club nonetheless. So as Weaver graduates, 4 different alums from the Indiana Magic Gold will take her place as Ball State Cardinals, keeping up a potential tradition down the line as Weaver fouls another one out of the stadium.
Obviously going to have a year back, a year in between those two, one graduating. But good to see that, recruiting from a familiar spot and having that connection with soon to be one of our alumni.
Russ, the 2-2. Low and at the ankles of Maddie Weaver. It's now a full count for the first batter, the bottom of the second.
Weaver really making Russ work. Russ has kind of been off to a shaky start. Had a few base runners inning number 1, but no runs yet.
The 9th pitch is slammed by Weaver, tracked down by Smithson in foul territory, brings it home for out number 1. So now we see McKenna Mulholland, the second baseman, step up to Brick House by the Commodores. Draws a cross in the dirt before her first at-bat. Does it as a commemorative signal for her stepdad, who passed away from colon cancer in 2023. Mulholland just had a story in the Ball State Daily News written on April 3rd talking about the mental health struggles she's had since her stepdad's passing. Glad to see her succeeding on and off the field, though, both in softball and in life. She's had a great year, Sam.
Indeed, she has, batting .311 coming into this series.
2 pitches in. We've got a 1-1 count now for number 1. Talked about the love for number 1.
She also has not been caught stealing just yet. 15-15 on the year.
Impressive work from the second baseman as she gets one into left field. Tracked down by Arden Hoff on a sliding catch. Well done by the freshman.
Arden Hoff, what a play. Line out, but she dove, kind of slid forward, made sure the ball did not hit the turf. That's out number 2. Fun fact about the turf here, Ball State softball, baseball, football will all be getting new turf. I believe for the 2026 season, Ball State has already started, or excuse me, football has already started their renovations, but softball season's still going on.
That's correct. Russ's first offering goes off of Vandermark's elbow. So with 2 outs, there's now a base runner for Ashley Lovett, who's playing in center. We talked about in the last game that Haley Urban is generally the starter in center field, but today a bit of a rib injury, it has been confirmed, so it's an off day for her, and Ashley Lovett, knee brace and all, will stay in center as she takes strike 1 from Olivia Russ.
Ashley Lovett getting a second start in a row. Obviously played earlier in game 1 today. Second team All-MAC last year.
Offering from Russ. Outside, but strike is called.
She also has played in 74 of all possible 111 games over her career here at Ball State. Has started 42 of those and has scored 2 game-winning runs.
Second team All-MAC selection last year. She gets the pitch, swing and a miss to end the second inning. So after what is 12 outs of play, we are still scoreless with just 1 hit between both teams. So we're going to take a break in between innings. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
From trivia night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
We're back on SportsLink Digital Radio to get the 3rd inning underway between the Ball State Cardinals and the Buffalo Bulls. Brinkley Keita on the mound today as Reagan Terwilliger looks on. In the first game, we saw a really odd shift when the center fielder would come up to the plate. We would see McKenna Mulholland, normally on that right side, distribute to the left, and Maddie Weaver take Mulholland's place, leaving right field effectively open. This was the case until Terwilliger got a triple by hitting it over the glove of Weaver and into right center.
And it looks like Ball State will be abandoning that strategy. We see Ashley Lovett right now in center field, kind of to the left of that Cardinal logo, kind of right out where she hit the triple. But it looks like they're not playing 5 infielders as that burned them in the first game.
First pitch is high once again. Able to be corralled by Timmons, but a 1-0 count nonetheless. There's a lot of sports going on today. The NFL draft is underway, day 3. Baseball is happening. The Cubs game just started. NBA playoffs have been going on this weekend, and NHL playoffs alike. But means if you're listening here to SportsLink Digital Radio, we thank you. With all the sports going on, choosing Ball State softball certainly been a fun one, Sam.
It's agreed. Even Ball State baseball was hosting the Muncie Burris Owls earlier today as they had a baseball game going on.
Local high school got some action at the stadium over there. 3-0 count now.
Love to see it for those high schoolers.
Certainly. Great opportunity for them. Terwilliger showing bunt on a 3-0 count. Here's the offering from Kita. Too low, 4-pitch walk for the center fielder.
Fourth walk of the day for Brinkley Kita. Not a good start, although I go back to the thing, no hits, no runs, but she does indeed have 4 walks. She's let up walks to Emily Gorman, Lily Luck, Miranda Zip, and now Reagan Terwilliger.
Nagel steps up, the first baseman, lefty, gets the first offering from Kita. Ball 1, high, but into the glove of Michaela Timmons.
Just a note, Terwilliger 17 for 18 on stolen bases this year. As you, obviously, folks, you can't see, but if you look at first base, she looks like she's in a stealing position.
Runner goes, but ball is popped up. Timmons tries to track it down. Vandermark is the one that corrals it instead.
Very high ball. Vandermark came flying in from third base. Called off Michaela Timmons. A great show of teamwork there to get out number 1.
So here comes Isabella Smithson. The third baseman has been in the cleanup spot today, as Terwilliger looks ready to take off. Runner looks ready to go, but stays back at first. Strike 1 is called.
You may think that runner at first base just trying to bait Timmons into committing to a throw and maybe causing an error.
Looked like she was gonna bait her for a second. Pump fake made to first. Swinging bunt for Smithson. Timmons gets it to Whitney for the second out. Ruled a 2-3 fielder's choice.
Not a thing you commonly see. A 2-3.
Certainly an uncommon thing in the scorebook, as Sam has in his hand, but Terwilliger advances to second, and now there's a runner in scoring position.
Lily Luck, the catcher coming up, walked in inning number 1 after forcing a 3-1 count. Has yet to record an AB.
First pitch, called a strike by a fan, not by the official. So it's a 1-0 with 2 outs.
Seems umpires and our fans here commonly disagree, which is okay, but they might need to settle that some other place.
Just turned to my left, and now in attendance as strike 1 is called is President Mearns.
Walked in for some Saturday action. Love to see it, as he's a very popular figure here on campus.
Often seen at different academic or athletic events. Big fan of the sports and programs here, as Kita goes outside in the opposing batter's box for a 2-1 count now.
It's also when he visited one of Dr. Maria William Hawkins' classes press conference. He was talking about his love for attending all type of events, even activities such as art, theater, and dance. We have some frustrated fans here, folks. Looked like it was a swing. Blue says no, and we have a 3-1 count.
What a way to welcome in President Mearns. Uncivil.
In quote, he says he's just there so the umpires can get better.
Throw from Timmons to Peterzak is considered safe. Terwilliger looked like she couldn't get there back to second in time, but
it was oh so close, if I may say so.
So close. Game of inches nonetheless, but full count now, a pure full count for Brinkley Kita. Ball 4 is called. Strike 3 called by a fan, but not too effective in NCAA softball. Here comes.
It's kind of like the Heisman fan vote. It means something, but it really doesn't, if I may say so. You know what I mean? The fan vote, they obviously picked Ashton Genty this year. Genty was not the winner by the media here. A lot of the fans are picking strikes and balls how they please, but the final call is actually the umpires down on the field. And the 3 we have today,
Bobby Johnson, the home plate
Tim
official.
Peterson and Michael Brown.
As Van Heist gets one into shallow left field. Lovett tracks it down right past Gunter, and that's going to end the top of the 3rd. So a few runners left on base for Buffalo, but no one's been able to cross home safely through 3 innings. We're going to take a quick break here. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. I'm Dylan Budd, alongside Sam Klug, the color commentator. And to the bottom of the third, we are back at the top of the order for these Ball State Cardinals. Maya Peterzak, the shortstop, will dig into the plate for her second appearance. Michaela Timmons, the catcher, is due up, and at the top of the on-deck circle will be the left fielder, number 5, Kara Gunter.
That's right. The Chicagoland native out of Marist High School won an IHSA Class 4A state championship her sophomore and senior year. Now, it's not Marist College. A lot of people get that confused, but it's actually a high school in the Chicagoland area.
For two kids from the Chicagoland area, it's quite a familiar spot for us.
Indeed, the Red Hawks are a common big school opponent who win lots of state championships. A lot of history there.
Second pitch is outside for ball 2. You hear paws scratching. That's the dog of our lovely president, Jeff Mearns, in front of us.
Beautiful sights and sounds of a softball Saturday.
Paws on metal. The chirping of fans as Peterzak gets hit. And a trip to first base.
We constantly talk about the hit-by-pitch record, and it shows again and again and again every single game that there's some weird attraction that Ball State has to being hit by these pitches, and it's obviously been used to their advantage some of these times.
I wonder if it's something different that Ball State itself is doing, or if it's pure coincidence, but that number of hit-by-pitches has now gone up to 75. So the national statistic of hit-by-pitch, Ball State now leads by 14.
And it's kind of funny because it's a stat many people probably don't pay attention to as, or like you said, a coincidence. It's a stat people don't try and practice, I would assume, being hit by a pitch. But honestly, this year, Ball State has stayed in the batter's box. They've all taken one for the team, and it's obviously proven to work out.
Certainly. And there's been a few injuries on this Ball State squad. Some people with leg injuries like Ashley Lovett and Katie Vandermark. Haley Urban out today with a rib injury. And over time, that could contribute to some sort of wear and tear. We were on an ESPN broadcast a couple weeks ago when we hosted Miami, and we saw Caitlin Gibson get hit in the shoulder pretty bad, and there might still be a bruise there. The wear and tear is pretty effective on this Ball State team, but they haven't really shown it as Michaela Timmons steps up and fouls one out of play.
Funny we're talking about that. Michaela Timmons' last time up, hit by a pitch in inning number 1. Eventually made it to second, but was left on base as we remain scoreless here in the bottom of the third.
Russ offers to Timmons. Another one smacked right where the protective netting is, almost by the hole, or the pole, excuse me, a little bit of a clink of metal on there.
Timmons, like you said about that Miami series, really struggled to make amends with her bat. Wasn't really happening. She's since picked it up a little bit, but today, not much so far.
In the Miami series, Timmons was 1 for 10 with a walk and a double as she pops one up in shallow infield. Smithson able to track it down, barely in foul territory for the first out. So after Timmons fouls out, here is Kara Gunter, the left fielder power hitter, and a couple times we've seen her get RBIs. She had 2 in the first game, but she's done a great job of putting the ball in play, and advancing runners on base. In this case, it would be Maya Peterzak.
That's right, Kara Gunter in game one had a run, scored one for the Cardinals, but other than that, did not do much other than a single.
First pitch is swinging down the left center line. Peterzak is extending to third. She's coming home. She gets the sign. Throw from Thalen. Not in time as Peterzak slides home for the first run of this contest.
On cue, she does something the opposite of what I just said. I said, other than that, not much. And there is another RBI for Kara Gunter.
RBI double for the left fielder, her third on the day. And here comes the designated player, Sam, number 11, Ella Whitney.
Whitney comes in after flying out to the center fielder in the first inning.
First pitch is low. Gunter advances to third. She is safe.
Can we just talk about Peterzak scoring from first on a double?
And that's exactly why she's Ball State's leadoff hitter.
Wheels.
A double on the left field side, nonetheless. A lot of times you'll see a little blooper to right field and a base runner on first. That's when they're able to come home. But on the same side is dangerous, and Peterzak's good enough to extend all the way to home. 2-0 now for Ella Whitney. Designated player. Saw her pitch in the first game. True definition of a two-way player here for Ball State. Strike one is called on a pitch a little bit outside, but must have painted the corner.
Like we said, Whitney pitching in game number one, flips between playing infield and pitching. Obviously a transfer from FIU, maybe something most folks don't know.
Smacked by Whitney is the offering from Russ over the backstop and out of play. But Whitney, we heard from our good friend Rowan Elbert, was originally going to was originally going to commit to Kentucky coming out of high school, but some sort of issue made her transfer before she even went to Kentucky. She must have verbally committed, but ended up going to FIU instead, played 2 years there, and now here she is at Ball State. I gotta say, the weather difference between Florida and Muncie, Indiana is quite drastic as she faces a full count. That one's popped up, tracked down by Nagel. Catch is made for the second out.
Wonder if the weather difference really affects your pitching ability as Cody Johnson reigns over us here. Wonder if it affects it. Questions you'd like to ask a pitcher. I should write a book or something.
You should. Jessica Hoffman steps in, righty on lefty matchup, pitcher on pitcher matchup.
Designated player grounded out to the pitcher actually in the inning number one, ended that first inning for the Cardinals.
First pitch is inside for ball one. Lauk has a conversation with Tim Peterson, who's behind home plate.
Took a while for us to get our first run, but the Cardinals got it this inning to finally break that tie.
Hoffman gets one high down the left field line. Smithson with another out. This time the third inning concludes, but Ball State has tacked on a run to get an early lead. Maya Peterzak comes home from first on an RBI double from the left fielder, Kara Gunter. We're going to take a quick break here on SportsLink Digital Radio. You're listening to That, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptonin.com. At munciesweets.hamptonin.com.
from the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Post Malone welcomes us into the top of the fourth between the Ball State Cardinals and the Buffalo Bulls. The home team leads 1-0 after Maya Peterzak crossed home plate. On an RBI double from Kara Gunter, she now oversees the left section of the outfield. Brinkley Kita still on the mound. No hits yet, but has allowed a spattering of walks.
Arden Humph, now at the dish. Flew out to the right fielder. Her first time at the dish in inning number 2.
Ball 1 is called for Arden Humph. Freshman standing at 5'4". Ball 2 is called, just a little low on a breaking pitch.
As you can hear from the crowd here, people are saying, great pitch, keep doing that. Obviously, umpire does not think so, but even though they're slow, they look like some good pitches.
Hopf gets one down the third base line, called foul, 2-1 count. We've got some vultures up in the sky, Sam.
We do. Must be some prey nearby.
Circling over something.
Must be a cardinal.
So 2-1 count from sophomore to freshman. Kita delivers. Enthusiasm from the fans, but a ball is called on the outside corner.
Yeah, enthusiasm to no avail. People are starting to get antsy. We've seen some people get out of their chairs, start walking around. Well, maybe verbally frustrated. Some people standing, too.
Kita delivers. That one's smacked down the left field line. Gunter can't track it down. Bounces off the wall. Hopf goes to second. Throw to Mulholland, not in time. Leadoff double for the left fielder, Arden Hopf.
Wow. So, like you said, standing at 5'4", she put a ride into that right out to the MAC West Division Championships sign in the left field part of the Ball State softball field. But what a way to start an inning, especially for a team that's now down 1-0.
Smoked it down the line, but able to keep it fair, and a nice work from the left fielder of Buffalo. First pitch, fastball right down the gut for strike 1.
Hop actually hit it to her own position.
Left fielder took it to left. Kita checks her wrist, stands in and delivers. High pitch called for ball 1.
That one had some sizzle on it. Michaela Timmons' glove, you could hear the pop all the way from almost up here in close to the booth. Obviously, we aren't in the booth, but Kita putting some heat on it now.
One of the best sounds in sports, that pop of a glove. Ball goes high and must have doinked off the helmet.
Well, they got in her elbow.
Got in her elbow is Thalen. And now comes Miranda Zip, the right fielder.
Zip obviously had a walk in inning number 1. One of the, you talk about this bottom of the lineup, some people in shorter stature, but proven to be essential. Like you said, Zip kind of plays that double leadoff position, and they were going to try something now with 2 runners on, one duck on the pond.
Ella Whitney, McKenna Mulholland, Maya Peterzak, Katie Vandermark, and Brinkley Kita. Quick meeting in the circle, but we see Bree Severino warming up right now, and we saw Jessica Hoffman quickly run in and start stretching as well. So some bullpen action as Kita has struggled, as there's a bunt from Zip. Vandermark to Whitney. Out is made. That's McKenna Mulholland that covered first, actually. Oftentimes on a bunt, you see the corner infielders come in for either side. Vandermark and Whitney were the ones to approach that fielded ball. Mulholland covered first. 2 runners are now in scoring position, and we're back to the top of the order with Emily Gorman stepping up to the plate for Buffalo.
Gorman 0 for 1 with a walk in inning number 1.
As we said in the first game, for batting average, the 2 top players in the MAC for softball are Emily Gorman and Michaela Timmons.
Standing about 10 inches from each other right now.
Timmons batting a .459, Gorman batting .418 on the year, respectively. Strike 1 is called for a 1-1 count. Kita to Gorman. Sophomore to freshman, Gorman, the hometown kid from Buffalo, New York, has made an immediate impact as the designated player for the Buffalo Bulls. Has some reps in the outfield as well as she gets the third pitch of the at-bat outside for ball 2. A lot of cheers coming from both dugouts. So much enthusiasm in the sport of softball as Kita gives a swing and a miss pitch to Emily Gorman.
Fantastic pitch from Kita right there. Rarely you're going to see her get people swinging and missing. But when you can get someone like Emily Gorman to swing and miss, that's an accomplishment in and of itself.
This pitch from Kita is pretty similar to a knuckleball style. I think because it's little velocity and little spin, it makes it such an unpredictable ball to hit. And we've seen a couple complete whiffs with that pitch. 3-2 count now from Kita to Gorman. She gets it into right field. Weaver tries to track it down. Catch is made. Tagging is Hop, who is in time for the first run for the Bulls. Timmons can't apply the tag. Thalen advances to third.
That is Emily Gorman's second sacrifice fly on the year as she sends it out into right field where Weaver make the grab. She scores it, and we're tied here.
So Reagan Terwilliger will step up to the plate. Couple runs in the last contest and has shown her speed throughout this series as her checked swing couldn't pull back fast enough. Strike 1 is called.
One thing that may have gotten lost, Ava Thalen advances to third on the sacrifice fly by Emily Gorman. Runner at third, 2 outs.
Called for a ball, now a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Still pretty windy, we've got things flying around left and right. As Kita delivers to Terwilliger, it looked like she really wanted a slap hit, but pulled it back. Strike called nonetheless, now a 1-2 count. Kita's 1 strike away from going through 4 innings.
Two back-to-back off-speed pitches, and I want to go back to the 1-2 pitches ago. It's kind of like when you're sitting at a red light and you go a little too early and you got to hit the brakes. That's kind of what Terwilliger did right there. She knew it was going to be an off-speed, and she had already committed to the slap hit and really fooled her.
Her last pitch was fouled off the backstop. This next pitch looks a little too outside. Fans didn't seem to think so, but now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, with a chance to put 2 on the board in this inning. So here comes Kita. Throws to Terwilliger. Outside again, about the same spot as the last pitch. So once again, some enthusiasm from these fans, but to no avail.
Terwilliger was walked in her last plate appearance.
It's got one into right center. Weaver's tracking it down, unable to make the catch in and out of the glove. Thaler is safe. Peter Zach to Vandermark. Safe and not in time. Reagan Terwilliger has herself a 2-out triple. RBI triple nonetheless.
And just like that, a 2-run 4th inning has given the Bulls the lead. It's going exactly how it went last game. Cardinals jump out to an early lead, but to no avail. The Bulls have come back, and in an inning where they arguably could have gotten it out much sooner, they are now down by a run.
And now comes one of the better hitters on this Buffalo squad. Abby Nagel, the first baseman, leads in multiple major batting categories statistically. Takes strike 1, an 0-1 count. Second pitch is outside,
Last game, 1 for 3, had an error, reached on an error, in her first at-bat, but 1 for 3 other than that. Had a single and eventually scored one of the 6 Buffalo runs.
The junior first baseman is batting .362 as she gets one into shallow center. Lovett tracks it down, but it falls onto the turf and allows Reagan Terwilliger to come home The lead advances to 3-1 as Helen Pena comes out to talk with an official. We see Bree Severino coming out. Looks like Brinkley Keita's day could be over.
Looks like we are going to have a pitching change. Like we said, Bree Severino did make an appearance in game number 1. Is going to serve as the relief pitcher twice in the doubleheader today versus Buffalo. As we got some infield dance to AJ and Big Justice.
Yeah, Bree Severino is hoping to bring the boom. When we come back after break, you're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pride Mark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State athlete.
You're back on SportsLink Digital Radio. We had to make a quick turnaround because Bree Severino was ready to go. We still had some ads left, but nonetheless, Isabella Smithson will be the batter. The first batter for Severino, the freshman out of Kansas, as her first pitch goes for ball 1. She offers her second now, called strike 1. Nagel is on first, position she knows very well, being the first baseman for this team from New York. Oh, that's smacked into center field. Love it. Going back, able to make the catch. Is the center fielder, looks a little rattled, but that's gonna end the top of the 4th effectively with a smooth catch from Ashley Lovett. Great play and great fielding, able to track that one down with the wind and sun.
I was going to say, with the wind and sun, what a fantastic play to end a very bad inning for the defense.
Looked like it could have gone completely over the wall, but nice play by Lovett to be able to stop it. We're going to take another break as this Buffalo defense gets ready for the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Welcome back to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. I'm Dylan Budd alongside of my color commentator, Sam Klug, and we've got the bottom of the 4th about to happen as number 21, Sophie Schock, comes in to pinch hit for the Ball State Cardinals.
She's pinch hitting for Maddie Weaver in right field. In that position, the number 6 hole. Try and get something going as Cardinals currently are down 3-1.
So Russ delivers to Schock. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Haven't seen too much of Sophie Schock so far. She's played in 13 games, but only started 2 of them.
Splits time between catcher and that utility position.
Strike is called, making the count 1-1 for Sophie Schock, the sophomore righty.
Native of Fishers, Indiana, not too far from here.
Not much of a trip from Fishers to Muncie, probably an hour or so.
Not too far. Their men's basketball team almost won state again this year. Finished with only 1 loss, and that was to Jeffersonville.
That's correct. 1-2 count now for Schock from Russ. She smacks it down and through the third baseman Smithson and the shortstop Phelan.
Fantastic piece of pinch hitting, I should say, there from Sophia Schock. Although she does not have a ton of playing time so far this season, she gives the Cardinals a little bit of life.
Great play from Sophie Schock, coming in as a pinch hitter, getting a hit on a grounder that went by 2 infielders. So with the sound of the Commodores, McKenna Mulholland will be the next batter we see. Peyton Fox is coming in to pinch run for Sophie Schock. We saw her in the past game replace Kara Gunter at second, but Fox has come in effectively as her pinch running role. So in her time, 35 appearances, 12 for 12 on stolen bases, 18 times she's crossed home, but only 2 at-bats on the year. So purely being used as a pinch runner as a freshman outfielder.
Another Fishers native, although she went to the rival Hamilton Southeastern. So, you know, once rivals, now friends between Peyton Fox and Sophia Schock.
Mulholland shows bunt. Makes contact, but it goes foul for the 0-1 count. As Olivia Russ checks her wrist and delivers. Runner goes, Mulholland bunts it to Russ. Mulholland is safe at first on an infield bunting hit.
Beating out any infield play is quite impressive, and that just shows the pure speed of McKenna Mulholland, the second baseman. First hit of the day in game number 2, and Cardinals got 2 on, no out, down 2. Huge spot for Katie Vandermark, the third baseman. Hit by pitch in the second inning, has not recorded an at-bat.
Vandermark gets the first offering. She shows bunt as well. Little miscommunication. Mulholland between first and second. Fox tries to go to third. We've got 2 pickles going on. Fox between second and third, running back to second. Now darts back to third, where she is called out, but Mulholland advances to second. Just a miscommunication between the 2 runners, Sam.
It appeared Mulholland thought it was a steal sign, and it looked like Peyton Fox was not prepared for that. She's called out at third. Buffalo being very smart, getting the lead runner. Now although someone is indeed in scoring position, they got the lead runner at third, so the sacrifice fly is no longer in play.
Officials are coming together now for a discussion. The ever-clever assistant head coach Matt Burns calling for what I believe is interference between Fox and the bag. If that is the case, both runners are safe for Katie Vandermark to have 2 in scoring position. She'll have 1 with Mulholland at second, but looks like the runner is ruled out as Peyton Fox returns to the dugout. But it's been good to see Katie Vandermark back out and back in action. She had an injury to her hamstring and knee at the start of the season, and Mandy Louth got a lot of action at third base, but now KVDM has gotten all sorts of starts over the third base bag. Here she is with another at-bat to her junior year. Just 15 at-bats on the year coming into this game. This would be her 17th.
Big cut right there from Vandermark just shows Olivia Russ is not slowing down anytime soon.
Certainly.
She's really been pitching a good game other than that that inning in the third where the Cardinals got one.
Russ had a good pitch that Vandermark swung and missed on. She just had another as well. Another whiff from Vandermark makes it a 1-2 count with one out and a runner in scoring position in the second baseman, McKenna Mulholland. Vandermark averaging 200 on the year as she gets one down the third base line. Is it ruled fair or foul? It is foul.
You know what's interesting in Vandermark's at-bat approach? She holds the bat, but her hands do not touch. She holds one higher than the other, almost like she's half choking up, as you can see. There's some space between those batting gloves where you can see the grip of the bat.
Potentially a help for contact. She finds none there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will be a K on the scoreboard for Olivia Russ. With 2 outs, here comes the center fielder, Ashley Lovett. She made a really great grab in the top of the 4th to end the half inning. Looked like what could have been a home run ball. She flipped her hips once, twice, 3 times, and was able to put it into her glove. As strike 1 is called, she finds herself down in the count early.
Struck out in the second inning as the third out, looking not to do the same with a runner in scoring position.
Love it. Eyes down Russ. Outside ball is called.
It's funny how
a 1-1 count. Sorry, go ahead.
It's funny how that inning kind of started to collapse a little bit once that miscommunication happened. Obviously, we had a strikeout, and now we're down to 2 outs already, all because, you know, someone thought one was a steal and one person didn't.
Communication mistakes lead to missed opportunities, and we saw one there.
Proves communication is key in any sport, really.
Strike 2 is called on Ashley Lovett. Now a 1-2 count. Russ is 1 strike away from another inning. Lovett smacks that one into the protective netting of the backstop.
Lovett is a native of Erie, Colorado, an out-of-state player. All second-team MAC last year. Also an all-American scholar athlete and academic in all-academic MAC, excuse me. So not only smart, she's a good ball player.
High ball is called for ball 2. We see Lovett with a big knee brace on her left leg. Similar situation to Mandy Louth and Katie Vandermark was in right field. Maddie Weaver gets the start today, and she had that role while Lovett was nursing that knee injury, but good to see Lovett back out there as she smacks one.
Lovett is staying alive here. And man, last year in her sophomore year, she strung together a 7-game hitting streak, and it started with a triple at Buffalo and ended with an RBI versus Miami. So maybe we'll get some of that action going here. Start a hitting streak.
The 2-2 laced down the right field line into the opposing bullpen for strike 2. Got some action in the bullpen right now. Looks like Sydney Miller is warming up. Doesn't have too much time. At 7 innings of pitching, I believe the Harrison High School alum, about 2 hours from here, has a 13.6 ERA, so in limited time has had some struggles, but also is the growing pains of a freshman pitcher in Division I softball. So
that's right, and considering Severino already appeared in Game 1 and has given up 3 runs today already, I wouldn't be totally shocked if Helen Pena went to her bullpen for the rest of Game 2.
Olivia Russ, the 2-2. Low ball makes it a full count. 3-2, 2 out, runner in scoring position. McKenna Mulholland hasn't moved much from second, Sam.
In my eyes, this is one of the more important at-bats of the game. 2 outs, bottom of the order. Top of the order is not too far behind.
Russ has been great in moments like this. Can she come through again?
Man, talk about Lovett staying alive. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 or 4 foul balls in a row. And in between one of those was taking a ball to force a full count. Discipline at the plate is huge, and obviously in diamond sports, but especially in moments like this.
This will be Olivia Russ's 10th pitch of the at-bat. Her offering, Smacked by Lovett into shallow center field. Ball gets down. Mulholland comes home. Throw to Lauk is not in time. McKenna Mulholland is safe at the plate, and the Cardinals respond with a run of their own. 3-2 Buffalo.
What a play and what an at-bat, point blank, for Ashley Lovett. She comes through with the hit, hits it to her own position, and cuts the lead in half.
Maya Peterzak will step in once more. We've rounded once again for her third at-bat of the game. 2 gone, but a runner on first. Cardinals now down just 1.
Was hit by a pitch in inning number 3. And just like this inning, was caught stealing in inning number 1 after getting a base on ball. So no ABs yet today, but 2 plate appearances.
Strike 1 is called for the shortstop from Chicagoland. Inside pitch makes a silent umpire for ball 1. Michaela Timmons is in the on-deck circle, but you can see her leg protectors on in the hypothetical that she doesn't get to bat. Peterzak gets one up and off the backstop, making it a 1-2 count.
One of the worst parts of playing softball or baseball and being a catcher is having a bat and then go right to the field. So obviously we see Timmons being proactive and throwing those protectors on.
A lot of times we see Sophie Schock come in after Timmons has recently bat just to get the pitcher warm while Timmons puts the gear back on. Peterzak fouls one off the backstop once more, fighting to stay alive and keep this 4th inning going. Olivia Russ checks her wrist, stands in, takes a step. Here's the pitch, it's low. And off the leg protector of Maya Peterzak, she gets hit once more, Sam.
That is 3 total walks, 2 hit by pitches today. Man, she's a magnet to these softballs, I should say.
Easy trip to first base. Nice little bruise on her leg tomorrow, but in comes Michaela Timmons. Runner in scoring position. Peterzak, the go-ahead run, is at first. Lovett, the tying run, is at second for the standout catcher. Not only one of the best batters in the MAC, one of the best in the nation. Takes strike 1 from Olivia Russ.
Timmons 0 for 1 today. Also, just like Peterzak, has been hit by a pitch. It's 3 total today so far. Excuse me, I should say 4 for the Cardinals as a team.
Timmons, another Florida native, much like her teammate McKenna Mulholland, sees a ball go outside, making a 1-1 count.
Same with where Ella Whitney used to play in Florida. A lot of connections to the Sunshine State.
The 1-1. Timmons smacks it down left field. Is it fair? It is not. Goes over the fence, but just a few feet foul, Sam. Almost had a go-ahead shot from the catcher.
She put a ride into that softball. Hit it so far. Drifted slightly left of the 200 white foul line marker, and we got ourselves a 1-2 count with 2 outs.
Would have been her 14th home run of the year. This one is fielded inside foul territory, grabbed by Smithson, able to touch third before Lovett advances. And that goes for out number 3. 4th inning concludes with Buffalo having a 3-2 lead. So Buffalo comes roaring back, scoring 3 runs in the 4th. Ball State responds with 1 of their own. We will see Bree Severino get her first full inning on the mound as the Rattling Bog plays here at Ball State Softball Stadium. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link. Sports Link is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Bird in the nest, nest in the limb, limb in the branch, branch in the tree, tree in the hole in the bog, down in the valley-o. Here in Muncie, Indiana, as Lily Luck will be the leadoff batter for the Buffalo Bulls in the top of the fifth. In the hole in the bog down in the valley of Mr. Klug. I'm Dylan Budd alongside Sam Klug, our color commentator. We've got a fun one here between the Cardinals and the Bulls. The latter has the lead at 3-2, looking to add on as Severino steps in for her first full inning.
Fourth inning was huge for the Bulls. Scored a total of 3 runs to take that, at the time, 3-1 lead. It since has been cut to 3-2 as Lily Locke steps in.
First pitch is inside for ball 1 as the assistant head coach Matt Burns comes out to talk to the officials. It looks like
change of some equipment.
Quick distribution of a pair of shades for McKenna Mulholland from Urban to Vandermark to Mulholland. So if Urban was playing today, that would effectively make it an 8-5-4 play, but sunglasses don't count as outs, unfortunately.
Lily Locke has 2 walks on the day. Again, yet to record a at-bat, but prone to these 4-pitch walks.
She's been one of the most walked players in all of the Mid-American Conference as she has a 2-0 count ahead of her.
Halfway there. Can't imagine going a full day, couple at-bats, maybe 3 or 4, and getting walked in all of them.
Don't have to swing the bat once. Hasn't had to swing the bat in this at-bat yet, as Severino's offering is in the dirt for ball 3. Severino to pitch. High for ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Lily Locke.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Can't say I'm surprised either. No swing of the bat for the catcher. So here comes number 17, Van Heist.
Van Heist comes in 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a fly out in the first and third inning. Looking to change that with a runner on.
First pitch is fouled. Lauk looked like she wanted to go, but it's an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Severino, the 0-1. It's called for strike 2 from the home plate umpire, Bobby Johnson. Wind has kind of died down and the sun has come out a little bit, Sam, but I guess I don't want to jinx it too much.
We're also tucked here behind this booth. We're not getting much of that sun.
Low ball bounces in the dirt before reaching the glove of Timmons for ball 1. Van Heist averaging 170 on the year and 88 at-bats. The second baseman has 15 hits and 8 RBIs. Another pitch fouled, still 1-2. Van Heist is also 1 for 1 on stolen bases, but an OPS of just a little below 500.
Yeah, she struggled this year a little bit in the field with those 15 errors. Obviously has been splitting time between shortstop and second base, but hopefully the Bulls are looking for her to clean that up before, hopefully, postseason for them time rolls around.
15 walks for the junior, but 22 strikeouts as Timmons tries to get it to Whitney. Quick surprise to Lauk. Unable to do so on a ball that makes it 2-2. Severino trying to get the first out of this inning. Unable to do so as Van Heist rips one out of play down the right field line.
Severino trying to avoid her fourth inning where she let in 3 runs and almost let the Bulls bat around.
I believe that was Brinkley Keita that gave that up, but Weaver gets it down the right field line. Weaver to Mulholland, Mulholland to Timmons, play at the plate. Timmons can't bring the ball in. Lauk is safe at the plate. Buffalo now leads 4-0, and Timmons is grimacing.
Looks like she was trying to go for the ball and just was not in a position where she could grab it. May have tried to force something, as a triple from Evelyn Van Heist has put the Bulls up by they've doubled their lead again, 4-2 now. And you can tell Michaela Timmons is not happy with herself.
Not happy with herself, but gingerly taking care of that left leg. Looked like something might have happened to the thigh. I wonder if the throw from Mulholland hit the thigh before the glove. But nonetheless, here is Arden Hopf with runner on third. Strike one called. Van Heist is the one on third after a quick liner past the glove of Ella Whitney, just down the first base line.
Yeah, and still no outs in this inning.
Well-placed ball from the junior. Strike two is called. 0-2 now for the freshman from Kansas.
Strikeout here would be huge for Severino. She's already given up one with no outs, just trying to settle into the inning. Do not want to let what happened last inning happen again.
So Severino delivers. This one is popped over our heads, right by the broadcast booth. I'm sure those listening heard the thud right by us, but good save to not let it hit the window of where the ESPN broadcast is. That's where our good friend Mick Tidrow is, calling the ESPN broadcast, and our friends at Chirp Vision.
Sports Link alumnus Mick Tidrow, voice of the Cardinals now. Always cool to see someone come through our program and make it big time, I guess you'd say.
Severino throws a ball, making it 1-2. The junior delivers. And that one is smacked into shallow left field. Gunter chasing after it. Out is made. Throw to Vandermark. No throw home. Van Heist is safe, making it a 5-2 run. Severino gets it to Van Mark, and once again there's an argument of whether or not the runner on third tagged up. Van Heist did not, so it effectively is a 4-2 game still, and a smart play from the Cardinals, especially Matt Burns, being able to call it out.
So is that a 7-5-3-5 double play?
I suppose. It went out to left.
Back into third, and I think, or it might have been 7-6-3-5.
It would be 7-5 to Severino 1.
Oh, 1, right.
And
7,
then
5,
back to
1,
5. So 7-5-1-5 double play gets Van Heist out at third and Hopf out in left field. But nonetheless, here's the shortstop Thalen with 2 outs now and no runners on. Devastating low IQ play from Buffalo as Thalen takes ball 1.
Indeed, especially in a position to get more than 1 run. in a pivotal inning.
Catastrophic for the team from New York. Strike one is called, now making it effectively a 1-1 count. Big pop of the glove of Michaela Timmons, but outside pitch makes it 2-1.
Thalen 0 for 1 today. Strikeout in inning number 2 and was hit by a pitch in last inning.
Thalen fouls one off the backstop there. Now a 2-2 count with 2 outs, no runners on.
Looking to get on base, kind of reset the inning a little bit, although there's 2 outs. Severino's not out of the woods yet.
Here she is with the pitch. Popped up and into the fan section. Fortunately, it didn't hit anybody, but 3 people up and ready to make the grab. And now an announcement to return all foul balls. From
Yeah, you hear that often.
Our SID, Mr. Matt Caldwell. Pitch is off the chest protector of Michaela Timmons, now making it a full count for Severino and Ava Thalen.
Big pitch right here for Severino. Got lucky with that double play, trying to get out of the inning now.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Severino got her to end the top of the 5th. Buffalo tacks on 1 more, but we're going to take a quick break as we see the bottom of the 5th underway soon. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
We are back on SportsLink Digital Radio after just hearing the 5th inning stretch. Similar to the 7th inning stretch in softball. Goes around a couple times. Take me out to the ball game. Key change, does it again. Here's Kara Gunter, who takes her first offering deep into right field, but into the opposing bullpen. Foul called, 0-1 count. Gotta say, Sam, if you're willing to buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, I'd be pretty happy about that.
I'll think about it, but Kara Gunter's 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single, looking for more.
I don't care if I never get back. As Gunter lines one down the first base line, just foul. Pretty high exit velocity, though. We see Sydney Miller still warming up in the bullpen. If Severino struggles, it is the assumption that Miller, the Harrison High School Raider alum, will get some action.
Gunter's seen the ball extremely well today. Last game today, or the early one today, she was 2 for 3.
Gunter, the 0-2, is low in the dirt for the first ball of the bottom of the 5th. Helen Pena goes over to the bullpen to confer with Sydney Miller, No action in the Buffalo pen. Russ has had a pretty good game today. Gunter pulls the hit into right field. Foul ball. Looks like it almost hit the production truck for Chirp Vision. Our friends over there doing the broadcast for today. Now a 1-2 count. Russ checks her wrist, steps in, and delivers. Gunter's foul ball goes right towards us at the broadcast booth. We said before early in the broadcast that there's a point early in the game where you remember why the backstop is there and you're grateful for it. For us, this was that moment. That would have come right screaming towards us and Mr. President. Gunter, shallow popper, can't get out of the infield, corralled by Van Heist.
More importantly, that foul ball would have hit the president's dog. Don't want that to happen.
Would have been a very tough scene for the Ball State faithful, but thankful for the backstop and thankful for Ella Whitney coming in to dig in for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Whitney 0 for 2 today, obviously coming off pitching in game number 1, looking for to start something here. Ball State still down 4-2.
First pitch is high and shallow into left. Phelan can track it down for out number 2. First pitch swinging for Whitney. Unable to fall home, though. So here comes Jessica Hoffman. Normally getting pitching reps. She stands as the designated player today. Whitney moved to first. And Hoffman effectively is becoming that batter. She pinch hit in the first game. Was a liner right to the center fielder, Reagan Terwilliger. Hitless still today.
Right 0 for 2 today. Start a streak.
As the music plays, the associate head coach Matt Burns is having some sort of discussion with the home plate official. That would be Mr. Bobby Johnson. Some sort of chant going on in the dugout. They're chanting, "We want Hoff, give us Hoff." We want to see Jessica Hoffman get on base.
Comes into this weekend series batting 143. Only has 1 RBI on the season.
That 143 went down to 125 after the line out to center in game 1. His first pitch is high and inside for ball 1. After Hoffman is projected to be Maddie Weaver and McKenna Mulholland.
Another interesting fact, Hoffman's at-bats have gone a total of about 1 to 2 pitches on average, so she likes to swing.
Strike 1 is called. It's now a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Russ checks her wrist and delivers. Another foul ball came screaming down our way, but stopped by the protective netting, making it a 1-2 count. Helen Pena comes back to the dugout from the bullpen. Don't see anybody warming up in there now, but
longest a Hoffman at bat has gone in a good amount of time.
Another foul ball goes off the backstop. Still 1-2.
Hoffman came into this year having earned the CSC Academic All-District and the Easton NFCA All-American Scholar Athlete Awards last year.
She takes a ball in the opposing batter's box. Now a 2-2 count. Seventh pitch of the at-bat for Olivia Russ. Steps in, she delivers. Swung on by Hoffman, fouled off herself, might have gone off her foot, but the at-bat stays alive.
I can never feel good. I can't imagine doing that and having to step back in and try and hit another baseball, but Hoffman stays alive nonetheless.
It also sucks when it's right at the low end of the bat and blows up your hands and the rattle of the bat hits your hand. It's not a pleasant feeling, but Hoffman takes strike 3. Felt a little low and inside, but Tommy Johnson didn't seem to think so. That's Bobby Johnson, excuse me, the home plate official. And the team retreats back to the dugout after 5 innings. It is now 4-2. Buffalo leads. Top of the 6th will be upon us after a quick break. You are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptonin.com. At munciesuites.hamptonin.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. The Bulls lead the Cardinals 4-2 in the top of the 6th. Breeze Severino will get the nod for another inning. And for Buffalo, we have a pinch hitter. Number 5, Taylon Williams, the junior from Arizona.
That's right. Coming into this series, batting 190, has 4 RBIs, but some significance. She had a walk-off single on March 15th to beat Bowling Green State. So looking for some more of that clutch hitting here in inning number 6.
Cool story on her. Her 2 sisters, Trinity and Tiana, are also former players, or former or current players on this Buffalo team. Trinity is a pitcher wearing number 10, and Tiana has graduated since the 3 of them have been together. But cool story for all 3 sisters being able to play on the same Division I school.
All of their names start with the letter T as well. I'm sure that was not by coincidence.
2-0 now for Taylon Williams. Severino checks her wrist and delivers. Ball is outside for a 3-0 count. Strike 1 is called on a 3-1 count. Severino trying to work her way back into this one on the leadoff hitter, Taylon Williams.
Yeah, she did not appear in any games last year. She took a year off now in her junior year.
Ball 4 is called after a low pitch in the dirt. Williams didn't have to swing at all in that at-bat. 5-pitch walk for the pinch hitter. Here comes Emily Gorman. We're back to the top of the order.
Gorman 0 for 2 again with a walk in the first inning, but has struggled yet again at the plate today, even being one of the Bulls' better offensive players.
Looks like there's a pinch runner coming in for the Bulls. That's going to be number 3, Miranda Zip. So Zip gets pinch hit for and then comes back as the runner for her speed.
Interesting little bit of managerialness, I guess you could say, from Buffalo's coaching staff.
So Severino faces Gorman for the 3rd time. Strike 1 is called for an early lead for the Kansas freshman.
Talked about it a little bit, but being a freshman and with these stats is quite impressive.
Severino with a runner on first. Strike 2 is called. Now has an 0-2 lead, but Miranda Zip, a potential stealing threat on this next pitch. Severino, the 0-2. Right in there for strike 3. Backwards K for Severino. No swings of the bat for Emily Gorman. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
Second K for Severino on the day. First one that she was able to achieve looking.
Reagan Terwilliger now steps in. 2 speedy runners potentially on the bases here. She lines one to Vandermark. Vandermark to Mulholland, unable to bring it in. Tough throw from Vandermark, making a tough stretch for the second baseman, unable to corral that inner glove. Both runners are safe, and now that provokes some danger.
Looked like Vandermark struggled to get the ball to Mulholland. Mulholland stretched for it, unable to make the play. Now there's 2 on, 1 out. Still have the chance for a double play, but more of a threat as Abby Nagel steps up to the dish.
Looked like Vandermark was getting ready to throw to first before Mulholland called 2-2-2. Vandermark tried to turn 2. This one to Peterzak. Peterzak to Mulholland. 5, 4, 3. Whitney can't bring it in. Zip comes home and she is safe. Smart play by Zip to zoom home as soon as the action was on first. Whitney unable to bring the ball in. 2 outs now, but 5-2 Buffalo lead. Here comes the cleanup batter, number 21, Isabella Smithson.
Smithson 0 for 3 today. Looking for something.
Strike 1 is called. Doesn't get anything there. Severino has the threat of Abby Nagel on first. And an 0-1 count with 2 outs. She checks her wrist, strides in, and here's the pitch. High and outside, making a 1-1 scenario for Isabella Smithson.
Buffalo has tacked on another run. 5-2 lead here in game number 2. Ball State trying not to get swept today.
Severino's offering is fouled off by Smithson into the Buffalo dugout.
When you think about someone like Abby Nagel, it's just consistency. Hit 279 last year, playing in 48 games. She started every single game. And she also had 1,000% fielding percentage. She was second in chances and putouts in the MAC in 2024. Just all-around fantastic player.
Stellar. You know what you're getting when she steps onto the field. It's going to be consistent, quality play.
That's right. No errors as well.
The 2-2 from Severino to Smithson. Righty on righty, she delivers. That one is lined to Vandermark. Vandermark gets it to Whitney in time. Out number 3 is called. Buffalo adds 1 more run for run support, as we said in the past game, bringing the bottom of the 6th down in just a matter of minutes. So, Sam, we're going to take a quick break, but you are listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
We're back for the bottom of the sixth here at Ball State Softball Stadium between the Cardinals and the Bulls. Gotta love some Saturday action, Sam. Game 2 of our doubleheader is 9 outs away from being concluded. We see Maddie Weaver stepping up to the plate, didn't get at base at all in the first game and has struggled to do the same today, averaging .220, on base percentage of .343.
Yeah, it was pinch hit for in inning number 4 by Sophie Schock. She's back now, still playing right field as we're underway.
And in game 1, Aislinn Morris came in to pinch hit for the senior right fielder. She takes the first ball for a strike. Russ is offering. Smacked by Weaver into left field. Drops home into shallow left. Hopf can't get a glove on it before it falls. Maddie Weaver with a leadoff single.
Big start for the Cardinals, being down a total of 3 runs. That equals the tying run being on deck. And like I said, you don't want to get swept today, so having that as your start is good. As on deck, we see Ava McNally, a pinch hitter. Local native as well, Yorktown High School grad.
Interesting choice to have her in over Vandermark right now. McKenna Mulholland is at the plate, though, and she takes strike 1. McNally has started only 2 games, both of them at third. Has had 4 appearances on the year. This would be her 5th. Olivia Russ checks her wrist, only giving up 2 runs today. Had a really nice showing. She throws a ball, making it 1-1.
Yeah, McNally led the Tigers to a 21-3 record in her final season and 87-22 over her entire high school career.
Next pitch right to Van Heist. Line out made by the Bulls' second baseman. Weaver is still safe at first, able to dive back over the bag, but great play by Van Heist, who is tending to her back, it looks like. Potentially maybe her right arm. Right arm is covering the small of her back. Hopefully she's okay, but here comes number 13, Ava McNally.
She earned all county honors in her final 3 seasons as well. We know the Delaware County Sports Association, Athletics Association. I can't quite remember the name, but we know sports are big here in Delaware County, such as the Muncie Fieldhouse Classic, which we both have the privilege of calling a game or 2 for that.
Absolutely. McNally walking up to Barbie Girl, but taking strike 1, swinging. Whiff for the freshman. Pinch hitting for the third baseman, Katie Vandermark. The move to pinch hit for Vandermark and bring in McNally rather than someone like Mandy Louth is an interesting call, but it sounds like Louth is nursing an injury of her own. Some sort of back issue is what I'm hearing, but
some people might be questioning this pick already. It's 0-2.
With an injured Louth and a Vandermark who has struggled today. Ava McNally is the next person up, and she fouls one. Stays in the infield, but chops to the Ball State dugout. Smithson gives it back to Russ.
It's cool to see a freshman getting an opportunity like this, and pretty pivotal moment. Obviously down 3, got 1 on, and then you're in a late inning. You need a hit here.
Team is relying on her. She takes ball 1. Big breath from McNally before she steps in. Anticipating the pitch from Russ. Can she deliver?
Checking with the first base umpire. She did not go. She's now went down 0-2, has worked it to a 2-2 count.
Bat did not go around, according to Tim Peterson, the umpire on the first base line. So Russ is working with the 2-2. She delivers. McNally gets one down into left field. but foul into the Cardinal bullpen.
Near those cameras again, man. These Cardinal and Bull hitters are hunting those broadcast cameras.
Good contact, though, from the pinch-hitting third baseman freshman McNally.
That's what you like to see in these moments.
Wants one here. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 is called on the outside corner. Backwards K for Olivia Russ, who grabs the rosin bag. Nice strikeout from the sophomore pitcher. We have another pinch hitter, Sam. It sounds like Veronica Peiterson. Normally getting reps as a pinch runner, she stands in.
She was named as the center fielder, so it must seem like she is now playing that position for Ashley Lovett.
She takes the first pitch. No swing, but a strike is called. She's one of the primary pinch runners on this team. Only 3 at-bats. This will be her 4th. 26 appearances, 16 runs, and 6 for 7 on stolen bases. Primarily an outfielder. She just smacked one out of play on the right side, but...
Yep, and it's good to note that she redshirted last year, so this is her first full year of actually playing for the team.
Similar to Peyton Fox, both of them are speedy outfielders that are both freshmen. So young depth, way out. Speaking of way out, Peiterson takes one way out of play. Another foul, making it 0-2 with 2 outs.
The Cardinals are making contact, can just not seem to get it into the field of play. Russ is slowly surviving on the strikes coming from these foul balls.
Weaver can only watch on first. 0-2, she might take off. She does, but Peiterson strikes out swinging to close out the 6th inning. 6 outs remain in this contest. Buffalo leads 5-2, so it's what we saw last game with the theory of damage control. Will Severino get the nod, or will somebody else make an appearance? It looks like Severino to take us the rest of the way. We'll be with you after a quick break. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital. You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
We are back at Ball State Softball Stadium, about to get underway in the top of the 7th. Bulls lead 5-2 and have a chance to tack on some more. Here is the catcher, Lily Luck, facing Brianna Severino for the third time today. First pitch swinging into shallow left field. Gunter making a diving catch in foul territory to get the first out. Well done by the senior on her own senior day.
Just shows her athleticism and really commitment to the team. Although they're down 3 runs, they only got 3 outs left. She wants to win.
Here comes the second baseman, Avery Van Heist.
Heist is 1 for 3 today. Had a triple in the 5th inning, but other than that, it's been quiet. That triple proved to be important, though, to the last inning in the 5th, as the Bulls scored a run there.
Some changes in the defensive fielders. Ava McNally, we just saw her pinch hit. She is now over the third base bag, replacing Katie Vandermark. And Veronica Peiterson, who pinch hit for Ashley Lovett, is now roaming center field. Severino's pitch goes in the dirt for a 2-0 count. The pitch from Severino. This time call it a strike. Now it's 2-1 to Van Heist.
Again, Van Heist was the one who did not tag up in time, costing the Bulls another run in that 5th inning.
Missed opportunity to tack on more, but might come back to bite Buffalo. We'll see.
Looks like not so far. 3-1 count so far.
Severino turns back, gazes at the half-mast American flag. Half-mast for Pope Francis, as we mentioned before. He passed away just a couple days ago. As Van Heist fouls one off the pole of the backstop, brought in by Whitney, gives it back to Severino. Full count now between batter and pitcher. Righty on righty matchup. Severino strides, throws, delivers. Van Heist to Mulholland. Mulholland to Whitney is in time for out number 2.
Your common 4-3 gets it done, and that's 2 down now for the Bulls, as this is important here for the Cardinals to get out of this inning without any damage. Like you said, damage control, and put their best effort forward in bottom 7.
This is their best chance to do so with Arden Hopf coming to the plate. Lowest batting average out of the starters today, batting 143. Lines one through both infielders. McNally and Peterzak can't get a glove on it. Sure enough, that low batting average, she says nay, nay, and advances to first.
Good piece of hitting right there, even with 2 outs. She saw the gap and took it.
Ava Thielen, will now step up with 2 outs and a runner on first. Hopf in a track stance at first base. Looks like she could potentially take off. She does, but it's hit into right field. Tracking it down as Weaver makes the catch. Would have been right on the foul line, but gloved by the senior nonetheless to end the top of the 7th. Due up for the Ball State Cardinals, Maya Peterzak, Michaela Timmons, Kara Gunter. Down 3, 3 outs remaining. We will see the finale of Game 2 after a quick break. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
3 outs remain between a Bulls sweep of the day and a Cardinals rally. Olivia Russ deals to Maya Peterzak, the 1-2-3 in the lineup for the Cardinals. Peterzak, the shortstop, Michaela Timmons, the standout catcher, and Kara Gunter, the left fielder, at the top of the dugout. Olivia Russ has had an excellent game so far. She hopes to close this show out.
Peterzak has been hit by pitch twice, which would be a perfect start to the inning for the Cardinals, as she now leads an 0-2 count.
Olivia Russ will have potentially pitched 8 innings on the day today. High ball is taken. Now it is a 3-0 count with Peterzak ahead. No action in the bullpen, so right now at least it's looking for Russ to make a complete game. It would be her 5th on the year. Strike 1 is called.
Peterzak showing bunt there and an interesting strategy with a 3-0 count. She most likely knew a good pitch was coming, tried to see if she could make do with what Russ was throwing her, but decided to pull back.
Would be Russ's 7th complete game of the year as Peterzak gets one into shallow right, brought in by Van Heist. 2 outs away from a Bulls win.
Unfortunate end for Peterzak there, who batted well in that at-bat before flying out. She had been hit by 2 pitches on the day and walked again, so that was her first recorded at-bat.
Peterzak's day is all but over. Michaela Timmons, the best hope for the Cardinals, up at the plate. As she gets one into center field, it's got a chance. It's dead center over the wall. Timmons rounding second. She's got herself a clutch home run to try and keep these Cardinals alive. Michaela Timmons, her 14th home run, her 50th RBI of the year.
What a first pitch swinging approach for Michaela Timmons. She saw a meatball down the center of play and said, yeah, I think I like that one. And like you said, dead center, right over the Cardinal face, right in front of that half-mast flag. What a huge momentum boost for the Cardinals in this decisive 7th inning.
A gasp of hope for these Cardinals as Kara Gunter steps up to the plate. Strike 1 is taken. No swing from the left fielder, but righty on lefty matchup. The sophomore Russ and the senior Kara Gunter. Can she keep this hope alive on her own senior day? Encouragement from the Buffalo infield on a good pitch, but strike isn't called, makes it a 1-1 count between Russ and Gunter. Tying run on deck being Ella Whitney. Gunter gets one out of play. Foul ball right over the fan section. Looks like it didn't hit anybody, but we might hear a PA announcement to return the foul balls pretty soon.
Gunter has had a successful day, 2 for 3, has a double and a single. Triple and a home run away from that cycle.
Couple RBIs on her day as well.
I would have to imagine a cycle is much more difficult in the world of softball due to the subtraction of 2 innings compared to baseball.
And the smaller field. 2-2 now for Gunter, offering from Russ. Oh, that's shot into right center. That's got a chance too, but Terwillinger comes under it to make the Bulls 1 out away.
Good contact right there by Gunter, and considering the day she's had, I wouldn't have been surprised if that even got off the wall, but we knew Terwillinger, our impact player, was going to glide right over, and looked like the wind was blown in. It just was not enough.
So here comes Ella Whitney, the junior from FIU, the last gasp for these Cardinals. And that is swung on, popped up, shallow left center, brought in by Ava Thielen, and that's going to do it on the day. The Bulls win both games of this doubleheader. Cardinals now on a 3-game skid. Next up for them is a doubleheader against Akron. For Buffalo, their next opponent is Toledo.
The Cardinals fall to 13-7 in MAC play, 28-14 overall. Definitely a disappointing start to the series. Obviously the Bulls took the series. The Bulls improved to 16-28 overall and 9-12 in the MAC. And as we talked about in our pregame show, they're hunting for that number 6 spot in the MAC tournament. So these 2 wins over the 3rd place in the MAC Cardinals is a good chance to get the Bulls a spot in the MAC tourney.
Excuse my mistake there. Buffalo will face Akron in a doubleheader on April 29th, where there will be free hot dogs in Buffalo, New York, if anyone wants to make that drive. As for Ball State, they've got a doubleheader at Ohio, the top team in the conference right now, before a series against Central Michigan before playoffs begin. So the Cardinals facing the 1 and 2 seeds of this MAC tournament if the season ended today. But we're going to close this show out as you have been listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.